lost, which was a surprise to everyone, to Kansas. And typically, Colorado puts up 34 points on its opponent, but didn't even come close to that. And after the game, Coach Prime said in his press conference, and he was brief, he said, no one played their best game today. There was a lack of effort from the players and from the coaches. Now, when people who usually give you 110% just cut it off, like instantly just stop, there's usually two reasons. One, they just don't have the stamina anymore. They can't do it. So, you know, instead of us being 9-2, we're 8-3 because maybe, maybe the offense and the defense just, they don't have it in them no more. I don't think that's it. The second reason that people who usually give you 110% just shut it down is because they feel underappreciated. Now, I know y'all like, so what happened? What changed? Well, let's talk about it. So, in this game, it was obvious to me there was no unity, there was no hyping each other up, there was no fight on the sideline, all of the usual fanfare that comes with Colorado hyping themselves up, staying in the game, because we just saw them beat Texas Tech down 0 to what, 17-13 or something like that. And to come back and win, They can always come back and win. But I'm going to tell you something about this game. This game had so many dynamics wrong with it that it makes me believe they weren't supposed to win it. And sometimes when you aren't allowed to move any further forward, it's because you have a problem that you need to take care of before you do, before something just blow up in your face. Usually there's something going on that you don't even know about that will come to you, and you're going to need to take care of it before you go further. So the defense today, they just weren't interested. Now, going into the half, the coach for Kansas said, hey, welcome, yo. The coach for Kansas said that we're not going to win this game just kicking field goals because the defense can hold them to field goals. They talked about the large number of missed tackles that Colorado had, just very uncharacteristic for Colorado. It's typical for the offense to start slow and come back. And we saw the engines. Hey, we saw the engines turn on. We're talking about Colorado. So once the offense started to get going, it just seemed that Pat Schumer was trying, the reverse play. We saw that. And let's go Georgia. Ha, ha, ha. You know what? Did Alabama win? Does anybody know if Alabama won versus Oklahoma? Okay, well, y'all let me know if anybody knows if Alabama, did Alabama defeat Oklahoma? Okay, so Alabama lost to Oklahoma. Wow. Okay. So yeah, see, this week is that week, and did any of y'all watch Colorado versus Kansas today? Did anybody watch Colorado versus Kansas today? No. Okay, well, when y'all came in and welcome in, I was talking about the fact that Colorado lost the game due to a lack of effort. And why was there a lack of effort? More so on defense than offense. I'm not much of a sports person. Oh, well, welcome to my channel, because I'm a sports girl. I try to pay attention to it sometimes, though. Okay, well, that's good. Well, there's a lot to gain from it. Sports can be good. Sports can be fun. All right. So we were talking about the lack of effort on Colorado's part today. Noticeably, the defense. I didn't see any unity. Like I didn't see any unity, and it was given that the defense was basically telling the offense, "Nah, nah, y'all got this. Y'all got this right. Y'all go ahead. You go ahead and do it by yourself." That's what it looked like. And at one point, Cameron Silver Craig was even out there trying to tackle by himself. And all you have to do is kind of go back and look at what changed since the Utah game to the Kansas game. Hey, welcome. Thank y'all for stopping by my live. And here it is. Okay, so after the Utah game, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, the East West Shrine invitees received their invites to play in the game. And for Colorado, that was mostly the offense, and the only person on defense was Cameron Silver Craig. Thank you. Was Cameron Silver Craig from defense. But y'all know defense wins championships, and defense has been holding Colorado down. In fact, Shadua said in his post-game press conference today that normally the defense comes and saves us, and today we couldn't even save them. So it's like the defense didn't show up today because the defense didn't even get invited to the Senior Bowl, to the East-West Shrine game. It was mostly the offense, and it's like the defense and Cameron Silver Craig. So it looked like the defense felt like, I've been giving all this effort, we've been doing all this work, and we just didn't show up today. We're gonna let the offense do it since they get all the credit, and we're gonna let them do it by themselves. And that's what it gave. And Coach Prime said that, it was not just the players, it was coaches as well. Thank you. That it was coaches as well. So I'm thinking to myself, I said, okay, let's look at all last week. So Coach Prime has a new show on Tubi. I think I got time today, or we got time today. And I think they had their first episode with Ice Cube. And I'm like, could be some jealousy amongst some coaches on the sidelines, because that's exactly what happened to Colorado last year. They hit 3-0, and there were some people on the sideline who felt like they weren't getting the credit, that the credit was going to other people. And I've said multiple times that the media will do its part to try to tear this team apart, meaning the media itself only focused on Shador and Travis. And in fact, Gilly the Kid was in the locker room last week at the Utah game, and he was talking to the team like at halftime, and he was saying, look, he said, they don't only have to talk about Travis and Shador, they could talk about you too, who's going to make a name for themselves. All of that hype that has been with the team all the way seems to be absent today. And I don't know if the defensive players just got in their heads, and some of the coaches too, because, Coach Prime is getting his new show. And then the seniors that are on offense got most of the invites, where only Cameron Silver Craig got, the invite on defense. So thank you for stopping by. So it seems to me that there's some internal BS going on, just like last year, except for we're now at the end of the season. And next week, they have one game left, and that's Oklahoma State. So this is how you're going to know if the theory about the lack of effort is due to some internal jealousies going on. If they play against Oklahoma State and they are just as lackluster and they have no energy, no fight, no intensity, they gave up. They gave up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of last week before we came out and we played today. Somebody actually said in the comments, if Colorado's offense plays with the same intensity as the defense, then we will be on fire. There was no intensity from the defense today. Cameron Silver Craig was out there tackling by himself. And he is the only defensive member of the Colorado Buffs that got invited to the East-West Shrine game. And here's my thing about that. That's not on Cameron Silver Craig. That's not even on the players. That's on whoever decided to make that decision. Coach Prime talks about the players playing selfishly. That's what it gave today. Selfishly delivering a lackluster performance because why? I do all this work, don't get none of the credit. I'm gonna just go through the motions. It's almost over anyway, right? Right? And what made it feel almost over was when Juju made his announcement and then they put out this promo with Shador handing him the keys. And then when you flip the keys, it goes from the Buffs and then it flips to Shador's logo to Legendary. Then it flips to Juju's. And a lot of people talked about how, wow, I don't want this to be over. That made it seem like it's over. The passing of the keys, but we got 2 games left. So that happened. Then you got the East-West Shrine game. And all the recognition is going to the offense and just Cam Selma Craig off of defense. It feels like it's over. I didn't get what I came for. So this person getting this person getting this, they getting that, but we do all the work. So when I go out here today, I'm playing because I'm in my head like I don't have a Big 12 championship because it's not gonna benefit me. I don't have, all I got is a bowl game. There's nothing else that's gonna benefit me. And when Coach Prime said that the players started feeling themselves, I'm like, I don't think they started feeling themselves. Maybe some did. But on the defensive side, they didn't think Kansas was too easy. They didn't even try. Coach Prime said it. Colorado only had the ball for 20 minutes. Kansas ain't all that. Trust me. They good. I'm not saying that they're not good. But you know who the leading rusher team is? UCF. When you look at the top running backs, Texas Tech, UCF, we have beat those teams. So what I'm saying to you is, if you a Colorado fan, there's some internal things going on that brought this team to a grinding halt today. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lackluster performance next week because it's the last game. And that meant today some people were just going through the motions because they didn't get what they came for, because they applied all the effort and didn't get the credit. Coach Prime said they were feeling themselves and he was telling them, don't listen to what they say, listen to what we say. Let me tell you what he should have said. What he should have said is, I know y'all listening to what they say, but this is what you have to consider. We can't determine who it is that they want to talk about, but we have scouts here every day to see you work out so we can get y'all to the next level, which is the NFL. And that's what you got to focus on, what's actually being done for you and not what's not being said about you. Because I believe the lackluster performance from coaches and players, in particular on defense, has a lot to do with they feel underappreciated. Now, people talk about Pat Schumer, but I'm going to say this. He was trying when it came to the different type of plays. But the run game in itself, the run game is perplexing because clearly Michael Welsh didn't get in the game till late. We know Colorado's best running back is who? Isaiah Agustabe if Michael Welsh is out. So we played Dallin Hayden after Isaiah looked like he got hurt. But then Michael Welsh came in late. Why didn't we just put Michael Welsh in earlier? You see what I'm saying? Why didn't we just put in Michael Welsh earlier? And to keep trying a run game that's not working in the same plays that's not working, that's the perplexing part. Because you see Pat Schumer with the reverse plays and other plays to get it going. But sticking with a run game that's not working when you have Michael Welsh who came in late, that means it was a little bit too much too late. That's how I look at that. That's too much too late. And I don't know if you can blame that on effort or if that's just bad coaching. And then to me, when you have a coach, when the camera pans to them, it went to Coach Livingston and he was flabbergasted. I'm like, that's not what we're used to seeing from Colorado. We're used to seeing the coach tell them, it's time to get mean. It's time to do this. Not be flabbergasted and throw your hands up. So where does that come from? Where does that come from? Where's the frustration coming from the coaches? The coaches have to keep the players enthused. And if you frustrated as the DC, then can you be shocked that the players just throwing up their hands? Once Colorado got cooking, the craziest part to me was Kansas coach said, okay, they're holding us to field goals, but we can't win like this. When they came out the locker room and Colorado was getting going on offense, it was like the defense said, okay, yeah, y'all can't win with 3. Let us give you 7. It's like they just got even more lax. So to me, I feel like this loss is internal. This is about Colorado. This is about it being the end of the season and people not believing that they got what they came for. This is about jealousy. This is about making, understanding a lesson that you need to insulate your team from the media. We saw it all week. Coach Prime leaving, Coach Prime leaving. And we talked about how that affected recruits. But did we stop and talk about how all of this talk is affecting the players that are actually on the ground? For instance, we had Juju who committed this week. We had 2 games left. And you know what I said? Well, what's going to happen to the other quarterbacks? They might be wondering the same thing. They might feel underappreciated. Who knows? They might feel like I might as well get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So why they said that was perfect timing, it wasn't. There's a reason why the transfer portal does not open up until the day after one of the biggest games in college football. Because you don't want to mess up the chemistry on the team. There was no unity today. There was no chemistry. They were not playing at a unit. Defense looked like it was fighting offense. Defense looked like it was intentionally holding offense back. Coach Livingston flustered. I didn't see Warren Sapp. I didn't see D. Lou. I didn't see Coach Dancy. For all of the hype that tends to happen in unity and chemistry and willingness to win, it was not there. Kansas got a free pass from Colorado. The game should have been close. It wasn't close. The fact that it wasn't close tells you that defense just rolled over. It's up to Coach Prime to figure out why. All right, so that's it for me. Thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate the new subscribers, and thank you for the compliments, and I hope to see y'all soon. Okay? Peace.